What's up guys, Patrick at SpartanSups.com answering a question sent in today asking, can you build muscle and burn fat at the same time? Now this is a question we get asked a lot, at absolute tons, probably one of the most commonly asked questions, and the answer is yes to a degree. Now you can build muscle and burn fat at the same time. This would be called like a recomposing type of style, where you're aiming to take some fat, not so much turn it into muscle, but use some of the excess fat that we all have, chew that up as an energy source, and use that energy provided to spare some of the other nutrients so that you can build more muscle tissue. Now, the factors that you definitely do need to have in place, you need to be at a caloric equilibrium, so where the calories you expend and the calories that you take in are about the same. And you also need to have sufficient protein intake. So your protein intake, say, would be somewhere between 2 to 3 grams per kilo of lean body mass. So if you're a 100 kilo guy, just for an easy number, 200 to 300 grams per day. Now, getting to that state, providing you are pushing it hard in the gym, you're progressing in your weights, this is an absolute essential. Going in and lifting the same weights will not cut it. You need to be pushing the weights. You need to be providing more stimulus. If you are lifting the same weights that you were 6 months ago or a year ago, you're going to look the same. You need to lift more weight for more reps. That's an absolute scientific fact. You can change tempos and things as much as you like, but the absolute number one factor for getting better is progressive overload, and it's getting more weight on the bar for more reps. If you go from benching 60 kilos for 10 reps to 100 kilos for 10 reps, your chest will be bigger, your shoulders, your arms, your back will have to get bigger to acclimate to the stress that you're putting on it. So those are the most important factors. And then yes, you can combine those two efforts of both building muscle and burning fat at the same time. A good way that I would recommend about going about this would be to have a slightly higher caloric intake on your training days and a slightly lower caloric intake on your non-training days. If you're training 4 days a week, you could take those other 3 days, let's say it was Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, slightly lower your caloric intake, all from carbohydrates, the least essential nutrient, and then you'll create a little bit of a mild caloric deficit. If you drop 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrates, that's going to give you a 200 to 400 caloric deficit on those days. So you still got all the fuel you need to train hard, push hard in the gym, provide the nutrients that you need for recovery, but then on those off training days, you got a little bit lower caloric intake. So you're going to have a chance to maybe burn up some excessive calories, burn off some extra glycogen, burn up some body fat if you've got a little bit of an excessive intake. And if you find throughout that program that you are gaining body fat, lower your overall intake, drop 100 calories, play with small numbers, drop 100 calories out of your day every day across all of those days and go with that number. So by the same token, if you'll find that if you're losing weight too quickly, and you're meant to be gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time, you're ideally staying within around the same weight, not swaying much more than half a kilo, then add a little bit of calories, add 100 calories to your day, but make small continual adjustments. Keeping the changes small will mean that you can regulate very easily what you're actually doing and keep a fine finger and fine tune on those details so you can keep making continual progressions. As always, supplementation should be on point to make sure you're maximizing your recovery, and that's going to be basics like protein, creatine, amino acids. Possibly a test booster would be a great bonus supplement in there. Not an absolute essential, but would help enhance those results. So that's it. That is the best method of building muscle and burning fat at the same time. Ideally, you would focus on one of those goals, but you can accomplish both of them to a certain degree. That covers it. If you would like to have your question answered, please drop it below as a comment to this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to hit the like button down below, drop a comment with your feedback, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. I'm Patrick from SpartanSups.com, and I'm out.